following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
It's a short week for the South Carolina State Bulldogs as the Dogs are in Daytona Beach for a Thursday night nationally televised appearance against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. First place is on the line in the MEAC's biggest game of the season on its largest stage. Find out what happens next on the Buddy Pough Show.
You're watching the Buddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldog football. This week's matchup, your SC State University Bulldogs versus the Bethune-Cookman University Wildcats. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, State Farm Insurance, the Regional Medical Center, the City of Orangeburg, the South Carolina Department of Agriculture, Vital Care, and Bill Owens Custom Clothing. And now our host, Ernest Robinson.
The Wildcats, under first-year head coach Terry Sims, have maintained their high-octane, fast-paced offense. Of their 19 scoring drives on the season, 18 of them have come in less than just 3 minutes, 7 in less than just 2 minutes.
Let's hope that we can get after them in a way that we don't give them time to do some of the things they like to do. The times that we've been most successful against these guys is when we've sacked their quarterback. And we're going to try to get after them pretty good up front with our blitz package and some other kind of things. So you can see, what happens here because, I'm telling you beforehand, this is what we're going to do.
Offensively, of course, this is a team that scores a lot of points. Defensively, they're very athletic, always have been. What kind of problems they present with us on a short week? Well, Yogi Jones, that defensive coordinator, is always giving us problems, and he's still here. So, they'll get after us in a way where, we don't seem to be able to play and do our best stuff. They always try to take away the things that we do best, and that makes you play a little bit left-handed of sorts. So we got to be prepared to actually go to the next level in order to deal with their defense. The last few times we played, I think the point differential has just been 9 points at the very most between these two teams. What do you anticipate tonight? Well, it'll be a close game again, and the best thing about it is, we are used to playing in those kinds of tight games. We need to be prepared to be into the fourth quarter with a game that might possibly be a point or two difference. On a short week, we were banged up a good bit against Furman. How are you health-wise coming into this game? Adrian Collick was ready to go last week. Will we see Adrian Collick at all tonight? You'll see Collick some, especially in some of our short yardage and goal line things when we can do some quarterback run stuff. But Darius Nunnet's a little bit banged up. We get Chris Paulin back, but he's not quite full speed. We left McCall Moody home. So, we don't have quite the receiving core we had. We moved Leonard Jameson into that spot so that we get that kind of inside style receiver to play that position. So it looks like we think we got most of the holes patched, but we do still have some injuries that are in our way. Talk about the return game, Coach, because oftentimes in this Bethune-Cookman matchup, it's been the return game and field position has really sort of set the tone. It has, and it'll be big again tonight. We'll try to get those punts caught in a way where we don't lose into the hidden yardage to do that way. But we may have to put a second guy back there because this guy's a little bit erratic in the way he punts the ball. And we need to try to get after him in a way to make him hurry up because if you give him a chance, he holds it long and then, rolls it down there. So we got to figure a way to get those punts in a way that they don't roll the extra yardage. Ask and most usual question for me, Coach, what's it going to take for you to get the win here tonight in Daytona Beach? We've got to be able to run the football on their defense. We're going to try to see if we can get after them up front. And then, offensively, we got to sack their quarterback. We got to sack their quarterback in ways that really disrupts their offensive continuity that way. Taking a look at the South Carolina State starters for Thursday night, Caleb York leads the backfield with Jalen Scoot Simmons. No McCall Moody this week in the receiving corps, but you've got Quan Caldwell, Taquan West, and Tamar Hemingway. Up front, it's anchored by Javaris Lehman and center Victor Ishmael. On the defensive side, it starts and ends with Javon Hargraves up front along with Greg Newell and Reggie Owens. Linebacking core, Darius Leonard back in the lineup. In the secondary, Marquise Jones, Philip Henry, Chris Pauling back in the lineup. And the specialists anchored by Jerome Pettaway and Tyler Scandrick. Let's go to Thursday night's first half highlights. Tyler Scandrick has it teed up, and the Sophomores approaching. High, deep end-over-end kick is going to be Drayton at the 1 yard line on the right side, at the 5, at the 10, at the 15, cuts back at the 20. Going to be drugged down at about the 21 yard line. Two Wildcats are each way. They run it over the left side to Anthony Jordan. He is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap, back to fast pressure coming. York throwing it long, has a man out there. It is going to be incomplete, but a penalty marker is going to go down in the defensive backfield. This could easily be pass interference or holding against Bethune-Cookman. Shotgun formation, two receivers left, one right. York, the quarterback, the freshman from Charlotte, looking left, blitz coming, throws it over there. It's caught right at the 39-yard. Breaking the tackle is Jamison at the 40, makes a move across the 47-yard line. In motion now is Anthony Jones. Shotgun formation, here's the snap. Blitz coming. Williams is hit, but wide open at the 49-yard line and caught. First down in the Bulldog territory at the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation, 1st and 15. York with the give to Scoot over the right side. Breaks a tackle at the 15. Scoots at the 20. Scoots up to the 23, 24-yard line. Pistol formation, Caleb York behind him, Scoot. Gives it to Scoot over left side. Scoot across the 25 up to about the 29-yard line. That's good enough for a first down. Nice blocking over there for South Carolina State. That was Javaris Lehman leading the way, and also Justin Evans. We're moving right to left. Shotgun formation, play action fake. York going back to pass. York letting it fly. He's got Jamison out there. Jamison, through his arms at the 25-yard line. Did Caleb York lay it out there? Incomplete pass. Bulldogs, 3 down linemen, 2 on the edge, though. Looking like we're showing blitz. Here comes pressure. Williams steps up in the pocket. He's got a lane at the 40, at the 35, at the 30-yard line. Close to that first down marker. Shotgun formation. Jaquil Davis comes close to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, pressure coming. They throw it. Look, got a man wide open at the 17. First down, Bethune-Cookman. Tackle down to the 10-yard line. Darius Leonard makes the tackle. Uriel Hernandez comes in for a 33-yard field goal attempt. Good snap. Hernandez's toe is in it, and it is up, and it is good. Our score, South Carolina State trailing Bethune-Cookman. The Wildcats 3, South Carolina State nothing. 3rd down now and 8 for the Bulldogs. From the Bulldog 28-yard line. Collick back to pass. Collick looking, has a man out there, throws it, caught at about the 39-yard line. 39, so we must have been incorrect the last time. They throw a little screen out to Leonard Jamison, gets a block at the 20. Jamison 25, 30, penalty marker down 40. Jamison's going to go all the way, it looks like, at the 25-20. Cuts back at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but you might as well bring it back. There's a penalty marker back up the field. Williams looking back to pass, pump fakes, and is hit and brought down. Man, he is knocked off his feet. Off his keister. Greg Newell just knocked him down and didn't even tackle him, just knocked him down back at the 39-yard line. And at the end of the first half, our score, Bethune-Cookman 3, South Carolina State nothing. We'll be back in just a moment with Coach Pough and our Pell Mental Health Injury Report on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
It's different here. So different that it will change everything you expect from a hospital. Because here, the care you receive transcends even the beauty of your surroundings. And not only does it look different, it also sounds and tastes and feels like something you've never experienced before. Introducing Palmetto Health Baptist Park Ridge. Choose a physician by visiting us online or by calling 803-296-CARE. Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance, you're also giving one.
I was off my game. Every day, my hip got worse and worse.
The coach's arthritis progressed to the point where his joint was bone on bone. Between the pain and the loss of range of motion, he decided to have the hip replaced here at the Regional Medical Center.
I was walking the very next day. I was going so fast, they said, "Slow down, coach, slow down." It feels great to be coaching again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about health care.
You stumble over a blade of grass. Come on.
Clothing for Coach Buddy Pough, provided by Bill Owens Custom Clothing. Bill Owens Custom Clothing is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
Coach, in the first half, 3-0 at halftime. I tell you what, defensively, you're playing as well as you can play. Offensively, we just had some problems, couldn't really get it going in the first half.
We made too many mistakes, Ernest. The penalties just kept putting us behind the chains, and when you got a situation like that, then I don't know if I wasn't happy with the fact that we didn't give up some points on offense as bad as we played.
When you start talking about your defense on that side of the football, Bethune-Cookman likes to speed things up. I thought they played at your pace, and you were really able to control them because this is a team that likes to get off early. They had really a lot of problems, especially up front.
They did. We were able to disrupt them a good bit up front, but now the big problem was that Hargrave got banged up a little bit right at the end of the first half, and that might have had the biggest impact on the overall game because at that point we couldn't stop him quite as good without him.
You start talking about Hargraves going out. I thought Jalen Cushaw came in, kind of stabilized a little bit on that offensive line. Deshaun Taylor, Darius Leonard had their usual good games and good play in the secondary as well. As we cut down their throwing game, they didn't end up with very many yards passing in the first half.
I was really surprised that Darius played as well as he did because he didn't get a chance to practice very much because his shoulder was in pretty bad shape. But Cushaw did come in and play really well for a freshman for us. Now, the problem with that is he's not quite as disruptive, although he does do a good job of stopping the run. But Hargraves makes pass stuff happen, too. He rushes the pass in a way that a big man doesn't ordinarily get a chance to do. So we missed him, but at the same time, I thought Cushaw did a nice job of filling in for him.
This was a very physical football game, so the Palmetto Health Injury Report you talk about at the top of that list, Javon Hargraves, but then you had some other losses as well.
We did. Dondre Brown, our big fullback / kind of tight end guy, got banged up some and got pulled out from behind. I thought it should have been a horse collar or something of that nature, but that was a big part of our offense. But now, we've got to figure out now how to get some guys back now because L.A. Colic and those guys need to be probably getting to be closer to 100% for us, too.
All right, that is your Palmetto Health Injury Report. We'll take a time out here on the Buddy Pough Show. When we come back, we'll have the all-heart player on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
SC State University is where you will find unlimited possibilities. With more than 70 standout degree programs, students get the kind of education that helps shape them into tomorrow's leaders. Our student life is vibrant with many exciting opportunities, and our athletic teams have hearts of champions. SC State University is open for success. Visit us today at scsu.edu.
It's different here. So different that it will change everything you expect from a hospital. Because here, the care you receive transcends even the beauty of your surroundings. And not only does it look different, it also sounds and tastes and feels like something you've never experienced before. Introducing Palmetto Health Baptist Park Ridge. Choose a physician by visiting us online or by calling 803-296-CARE.
The Regional Medical Center all-heart player coach this week, a guy who has been injured, came back, had a really strong game, and really struggled so far this season in the return game. But boy, was he good Thursday night.
He was. He made a couple big plays. One that got called back that really hurt us a bunch, but Antonio Hamilton is our all-heart player. And what happened was he's had a little bit of a knee injury, and he's been trying to play through that, kind of getting a little bit of confidence in that knee again, but he really did show up tonight.
Coach, you talk about that return that he had. It looks as though there was some kind of trickery of sort as the Bethune-Cookman players really didn't realize who had the football by the time Antonio Hamilton had it and was going upfield.
Well, their punter actually punted the ball opposite of where they thought it should have been punted, and we had two guys back this time, which was a little bit different kind of setup. So it was something that they didn't really recognize, that the ball being that far to the right of the field, and once he got it, we only had a couple guys over there, and from that point, he just ran it on in.
Our Regional Medical Center All-Heart player, Antonio Hamilton. We'll be back with more on the Buddy Pough Show right after these messages.
My first thought was, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to live? My second thought was, I needed to live because I thought about my children.
Betty's mammogram showed a lump in her breast. We surgically removed the cancer.
And Betty was referred to Mabry Cancer Center, where she received chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
It was an opportunity to live again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about health care.
Today, I'm cancer-free.
Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance. You're also giving one.
SC State University is where you will find unlimited possibilities. With more than 70 standout degree programs, students get the kind of education that helps shape them into tomorrow's leaders. Our student life is vibrant with many exciting opportunities, and our athletic teams have hearts of champions. SC State University is open for success. Visit us today at scsu.edu.
Kicking off for Bethune-Cookman is Giovanni Francis. It's a high end-over-end kick. Antonio Hamilton at the 17-yard line. Cuts back at the 20, at the 25. He's at the 30. Bounces it outside at the 40, 45, 50. Penalty marker down. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Antonio Hamilton.
And the opening kickoff of the second half. That's the second touchdown of the afternoon, of the evening, that the Bulldogs have scored. And they're going to basically call the penalty once again.
Shotgun formation, quick pitch to the left side. Scoot trying to turn the corner at the 30, across the 30 up to the 35-yard line. That is a first down for South Carolina State. Shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Two receivers right, one left. Football on the near side. Caleb York, play action fake, throwing it out there long. Got a man wide open. Jamison can't pull it down. Jamison had it at the 24-yard line. Bulldogs showing blitz. Quentin Williams back to pass. Over the middle, has a man out there caught at the 20-yard line. Tackle, fought for, and brought down. Antonio Hamilton took a kickoff back that called back just a moment ago. Has an opportunity here on this punt exchange. Cagle gets off a nice punt, tries to punt it away from Hamilton, does a good job in doing so, and it's going to bounce around and take a wildcat roll down to the 3-yard line, and that is where South Carolina State will have it. 3rd down and 6. Caleb York, the quarterback. Back to pass, York. Looking out there, has a man out there, caught down at the 18-yard line, spinning up to about the 22. That was Taquan West on the reception, and that's a first down for South Carolina State. 1st down and 10, shotgun formation for York. Play action fake, York rolling to his right, throws it over the middle. Leonard Jamison catches the football up at the 34-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup, but what a nice leaping grab for Leonard Jamison for South Carolina State. Shotgun formation. Handoff inside Justin Taylor. No, Caleb keeps it himself across the 40. Wow, did he fool me? Caleb York with a fake inside to Justin Taylor. 9-yard pickup, and it's a first down out to the 41-yard line of South Carolina State. Caldwell to the left, Weston Jamison to the right. Shotgun formation, Scoot inside, breaks through at the 40. Scoot at the 35, turns the corner, stays in bounds, goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation in motion now is Jamison. They fake the jet sweep. They throw it out of the backfield. This is Hemingway. Spin move at the 20. Hemingway down to the 15. Hemingway down to the 10-yard line. It's down to the 9-yard line. 3rd down and goal. Here's a snap. Play action fake. Caleb York throws it. Touchdown, South Carolina State. Taquan West wide open in the end zone. Tyler Skander gone for the point after touchdown. His toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So it's 5:44 to go in the 3rd period. The Bulldogs are on the board. A Caleb York 5-yard pass to Taquan West. Our score, South Carolina State 7, Bethune-Cookman 3. Bulldogs showing blitz. Williams now audibleizing at the line of scrimmage. Changes the play, gives it to Jordan inside. No, keeps it himself. And Williams breaks free at the 40. Makes a move, one man to beat. Powell trying to pull him down. Turns the corner, wraps him up, pulls him down out of bounds. But what a job by Quentin Williams. Jabril Davis far to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Now in motion, the slot man from left to right. Quentin Williams back to pass. Williams hit, throws it out there. It is caught at the goal line. Touchdown. Nice play to the tight end, I think it was, for Bethune-Cookman. 10 for Bethune-Cookman, 7 for South Carolina State. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 2 to the right. York, give inside, scoot. No, play action fake, throws it out in the middle. Taquan West, spin, move it to 45. Taquan at the 50, into Wildcat territory, down to the 41-yard line. Taquan West having a big game as the Bulldogs move it down to the 41-yard line of Bethune-Cookman, and that's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Our score, Bethune-Cookman 10, South Carolina State 7. Jamison behind West. Shotgun formation for Caleb York. Play action fake. York throwing it out there. Has a man out there. Taquan West could not pull it in, or did he pull it in? Did he pull it in?
Yes, he did.
They're saying that's a catch at the 22-yard line.
Yes,
Diving catch by Taquan West, and 3rd down and 12. Ishmael to snap. There's a snap. York back to pass. York looking right. York throwing right. It is caught at the 15-yard line, and West is 3 yards shy of the 1st down. James Johnson will snap. Petaway will hold. Skandrick's toe is in it. It is up, end over end, and it is no good. But that's a big miss for South Carolina State with 13:09 to go here in the 4th quarter. Quentin Williams, long snap count, back to pass, throws it out in the flat, has a man out there. Wilson caught it at the 30, spins, gets up to the field at the 45-yard line. Buddy Pough talked about sending 2 guys back on punt return. They're back there, Jamison and Antonio Hamilton. So Cagle will kick it off, will punt it. And this is going to hit down. And it's recovered over there. That is Hamilton. Hamilton on his feet at the 35. Hamilton at the 40. He's got a lane at the 50. 1 man to beat at the 25. Hamilton, the punter, can't get there. Hamilton on his feet into the end zone. No flags down. Antonio Hamilton, an electrifying punt return for a touchdown. Point after touchdown, very important from Tyler Skandrick. His toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So, with 10:43 to go, we've still got a lot of football left, but this was what we expected. 14 for the Bulldogs, 10 for the Wildcats. See if their back goes in motion to the other side. Not this time. They give it to Jordan right up the middle. Jordan on his feet at the 30. Jordan down to the 28-yard line before Philip Henry pulls him down. Williams looking over that defense really well. I don't think he wants to pull the trigger, but Jones comes in motion. That's been the little pass play to Jones. He looks for it, throws it over there. Jones has got it caught, breaks a tackle at the 13, down to the 8-yard line, down to the 3-yard line. Same play. We've seen it 3 times on this drive. 1st and goal, Bethune-Cookman at the 2-yard line. 5:25 to go here in the ballgame. Pistol formation. They give it to Jordan. No, Williams keeps himself trying to get outside. Williams reaches for the pylon. Williams. Touchdown, Bethune-Cookman. And the final score, Bethune-Cookman 17, South Carolina State 14. Second half, South Carolina State open up with possession, coach. Of course, that comes from deferring in the first half, but boy, did we get out of the blocks in the second half.
We did. We got a couple drives going, but we got stopped and then got it back again and finally did get it in. I think we drove it about 97 yards and got it in, which was one of our better drives of the year. But now from that point, we didn't really get a lot more going on offense. We got some movement, but we couldn't get it in. We missed a field goal, some of that kind of stuff.
Coach, when you start talking about moving, though, the positive things you saw, the cohesion, how do you develop some consistency so that's more the norm than something we do in the second half?
You're exactly right, and that's exactly what we got to do. We got to develop some consistency. I think think we've got some moving parts that we're still trying to get a little bit better understanding of each other. As we get a little more confidence in each other and get a little better feel for, where people are going to be and that kind of stuff, and get some of the penalties and that kind of stuff out of the process, because that hurt us a bunch, then I think you'll see a little bit better actual execution from our offense.
You talk about your team getting back into it. Of course, they really had to sort of bow up from the 3-yard line to drive it 97 yards, and that has to kind of give you something to build on.
It does, but at this point, we at South Carolina State, we don't build. We just kind of reload, and we're in a situation here now where we're behind the 8 ball a little bit, but we do need to continue to try to get these young men to playing together in a way where we can consistently be a better entire football team, both offense, defense, and special teams.
We didn't talk much about Mikael Moody being out, but Leonard Jameson certainly came in and made some plays for you.
He did, and Leonard's that kind of style guy. Both those guys are, kind of shake and bake, kind of smaller guys that can make you miss, but at the same time, I do hope we get Moody back pretty soon, and at that point, I think we'll lead those two guys together, because they do kind of have a tendency to get banged up some because they're so small.
One guy we haven't mentioned, I thought, as a senior, really stepped forward to Mark Hemingway. Certainly had some big catches and had some key times in this football game.
And that's what we think Tamarick ought to be. He ought to be the best tight end in this league, maybe even in our division. And, we don't quite seem to get it sometimes. We do get some drops and that kind of stuff, but he had a better game tonight, and we look like we might be getting something that can be consistent for the rest of the year.
Next up, the Howard University Bison come to Orangeburg on Saturday. Coach, it's going to be a big weekend. This is a team, of course, when you lose a game in the MEAC, you don't have no mistakes now here on out.
Well, and we don't have any room for error at this point. We've lost a game now. The one thing we do know is that last year it did go down to 2 losses per. So we're going to try to win out from this point and see what happens. But now I'm going to tell you, we do have to make sure that we win out.
You start talking about Howard University coach Gary Harrell, who is a prolific ball player himself as a wide receiver, played with Jay Walker up at Howard. What do they like to do, and what kind of problems do you see with this Howard team?
Howard seems to be a spread them out, throw it around kind of team. They seem to be similar to us on offense in a lot of ways now. They don't quite have some of the size up front, but now I tell you what, Howard's always got good defensive front people, and they attack you in a way that gives you some problems sometimes. And, our offense has struggled a little bit with attacking style defenses, so we're going to have to really be real up front with our guys to get better up front so that we can get the ball moving against this Howard football team.
And this Howard team as well, and I can't think of the coach's name, I apologize, but he used to be the head coach over Delaware State, runs that defense now, and they do play that attacking style, and I guess they'll be reminiscent of what he did at Delaware.
Exactly. You're talking about Ray Petty.
There you go.
Ray was the head guy at Howard and the head guy at some other places too around this league, and he does a great job of teaching his defenses, so we better be prepared, because if not, then Howard will give a tussle here on Youth Day down at our place next Saturday.
I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to it. Youth Day in Orangeburg on Saturday. Kickoff that day, I think it's 2 o'clock, so we hope to see you in Orangeburg Saturday when the Bulldogs take on the Howard University Bison. And, of course, next week right here on Fox Sports South on The Buddy Pough Show.
Thank you for watching The Buddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldog football. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, State Farm Insurance, the Regional Medical Center, the City of Orangeburg, the South Carolina Department of Agriculture, Vital Care, and Bill Owens Custom Clothing. Join us again next week for exciting highlights of SC State University Bulldog football.